Hi family, I wanted to jump in and make a video about quitting coffee and being aware of your caffeine intake and not falling for the matrix of being dependent on something outside of yourself to give you energy. And I just wanted to share that for the last 3 weeks or even longer, I have been consuming caffeine, but it's in the coffee form. So it's like very acidic, and also yerba mate with sugar. And I've been also practicing, eating really fresh organic juices, eating really healthy, so I don't feel as much of the detox symptoms that people usually get when quitting it. So what I am doing now is, now that my body got used to intaking like chai lattes and dirty chais, I've been enjoying and indulging once a day basically in drinking these coffees or this mate or these caffeinated beverages that really get you going and you feel a lot of energy. And I'm well aware of what caffeine does to the body, but also I have been doing well with being in control of anger or excitement or reacting. So I thought that, now that I have more control over anxiety because I have these new tools and meditation techniques that have been only getting more powerful, that doesn't mean that I should still intake something from my body that does throw off of my circadian rhythm, like my sleep, because rest is so vital for feeling high vibe. And ultimately, for me, it's important to stay high vibe and be joyful and healthy and not be dependent on a drug. And for real, caffeine, coffee, it's a drug. It alters your state of consciousness. It alters your energetic field. And I notice it's in a negative way most of the time. You can turn your caffeine high into something positive. And that's what I like to do, is get that energy and do something really useful with it. But I am quitting coffee and caffeine and seeing how I am without it. I know how I am with it, and I've only been doing it for 3 or 4 weeks, but I really enjoy it. But what I don't enjoy is I think it's called acid reflux. So I will feel like a burp and it will burn, and that's definitely due to the coffee and the caffeine, because I never have that. And it's in acid buildup. And the downside of coffee is that it is very acidic. And the type of lifestyle that I'm living is a alkaline diet, an alkaline lifestyle, where you're very hydrating. It doesn't take nutrients out of your body consuming something. And there's so many facts about coffee, it raises your stress levels, your cortisol in the body. The reason why you get so much energy is because you're in that fight, flight mode where you just want to go, go, go. And people really love that. And we get addicted to stress, thinking that, we need to move and use all of our power all at once. But it's really wise to know how to stabilize your energy, not be too high, not be too low, to rebalance and stay in that neutral place where you can take actions from a relaxed place, not in an excited or overly caffeinated place. You may say something so quick that you don't have time to say it out of a relaxed state, and you can't take back the words you say. So I know that I will not have any issues with changing up my lifestyle to no longer consume caffeine and take another break from it, because I have so many other elixirs and superfoods and herbal teas that I really enjoy. And I'm ready to face the consequences of me intaking caffeine. So 70 milligrams to 80 milligrams to 100 is what I was intaking for one day. And that's a lot. And I know if I don't stop now, then it'll only be harder to stop. And I know that I'm the type of person that loves to feel high. But every time you get high, like you throw a ball high in the air, it's going to come back down. So instead of feeling high off of something, I'd rather feel high off of something that doesn't have such a negative side effect. Because like I said, I'm not here to live a stressful life. And that's what a lot of caffeine does to your system, is it raises those stress hormones, those cortisol hormones. And beside just the acid reflux in the throat, I notice my heart beating faster. Even when I like go to hug someone, I'm like, my heart's beating so fast when it really doesn't need to. It like increase anxiety for no absolute reason. And if it wasn't up for me and my awareness saying, hey, you're calm, like it's all good, you don't need to freak out right now, I know that removing caffeine out of your lifestyle will help a lot of people tremendously. And if we only knew the other alternatives, which I'm going to share in more videos, then we'll realize how freaking awesome life is and how early we can wake up naturally, how we don't need anything outside of us like smoking weed, drinking, caffeine to get us in the zone, get us into our passion, get us like happy to go on a walk and motivated to live this life. I know that we don't need those external sources. Another thing that I've noticed is I've been getting some acne. You may not notice it on camera, but some hormonal acne. And I know that caffeine throws off your hormones, so I know how to read my body and know what I need to let go and what I should consume and not consume. Most of health, I've noticed, it's not what you consume, it's what you don't consume. And when you don't consume something and you start fasting, or fasting from negative energy, or fasting from environments or certain beverages or foods, that's when you start to feel better, because your body gets a break. You can finally get a good night rest again. And I even just feel like I'm aging faster when I drink caffeine, like 4 days straight. I get like these bags under my eyes and I just feel not fully rested when I wake up in the morning. So this is something that I'm going to do for myself, an experiment, and I will let you know how I feel, the positive benefits. And this girl needs some rest because it just feels like I've been partying on caffeine and not really, taking it seriously. Like, oh, I can get away with it. I never drink caffeine. Let's party. But I really am happy that I have this self-awareness and really watch what I do and really observe how it affects me negatively, and know that I can take charge of my life again, that these substances don't have to rule me. And we live in a society where it's very well promoted to go out and, buy these substances, smoke the weed, drink the drink, take your problems away. But the real rejuvenation and vibrancy comes from within. I truly know this. So I'll keep you updated on how the quitting caffeine goes.